Okay, hello, welcome back here to adding assets to a scene. So up here, let's just find it, let's close this just to simplify things. The asset library, we've got all of these assets sitting here. Well, how do we add the assets to a scene? Well, it's quite simple. I'm just going to show you here how we add an image to a scene. So if we open up media here, which is the yellow code. There is a separate video on the color coding here. It is pretty simple though. I think it's quite intuitive. But as I said, there is a separate video if you'd like to find out more about that. So this is yellow for media. This is actually, the colors are actually more applicable to the custom scenes, so don't worry too much about it. It just helps to organize things. But anyway, moving on, I get distracted quite easily, so I apologize. Let's stay on the focus here. So if we scroll down here, we'll come to, in this example, photos. Now it comes with, the template comes with about 120 photos or so, which I've taken through a halftone process, which is kind of a print style effect, which you can see here with Benjamin Franklin. There's a nice smoke transition or reveal there. So this is scene 6, which is 6 seconds long. And what we're going to do in this video is we're just going to swap Benjamin Franklin here on a note for another image. And the principle of getting a new image or a new asset here from the project panel into our main project is the same across the board, okay, or it's very similar at least. Any questions, as you know, you can go over to VideoHive and fire me a question there, but just in this example, we're just going to do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to find first of all the actual layer, which is this image. So in this case, it is the smoke image, okay? So you can generally find which layer or composition it is by kind of a process of elimination. It shouldn't be too difficult. But again, you know, if you have questions, you can always fire them to me on VideoHive. So here you can see we've got the image, Benjamin Franklin there, and this is just the basic pre-composition. We've got the smoke luma effects there, and then we've got .png, which tells us it's an image. So what we can do here, we're just going to add a pretty random image. Let's say bird of prey. That's pretty cool. How do we swap it? Okay, or how do we integrate it into the project? Now, what's the obvious way to do it perhaps is to actually drag and drop, but that's not what we want to do, because many layers that are already in the composition have keyframes or perhaps have expressions applied to them. We want this new layer to take on the properties of the existing layer. So what we've got to do is click on the layer we want to exchange, click on the new element or asset we want to use, hold down Alt, the Alt button, and then just click and drag and drop. Okay. Now all of these images are the same size, so it's going to be just a clean swap there. Some of the elements you might need to rearrange a little bit. Generally though, it's going to be very simple. So as you can see there, just an Alt and a drag and a drop, and we've got the new image there. If we go back to our final scene, we'll let it render out a little bit, and you can see that it reveals the bird. Now it is as simple as that. Generally speaking, it's going to be the same principle throughout the all of the layers here. But as I've said, if there are any difficulties you come across, you can always fire me a question on VideoHive. Until the next video, thank you, and I'll speak to you soon.